What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We finna break down UFC Louisville. We're heading to Kentucky. It's been a while. They needed themselves some of that bucket of good old fried chicken. But as always, go down, like and subscribe, comment your picks. It's a decent little card going out to Louisville. Give us your bets and parlays down there as well. I'm Paul Pickle Winham, and I'm joined with.
Man, you already know it's your boy Kevin Waterboy's boy and my cat that wants to get away right now. This bitch trying to run with his legs.
Oh, chunky fella.
Oh man. But what's up, man? Paul, man. This card is decent. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't looking too forward to this card until it was time for me to do my research. And I was like, all right, all right.
Yeah, no, and I'm honestly, there's some solid fights where I feel like there's like the odds are kind of really big and not big, but like the odds don't really, to me, don't look like they make sense on some fights. Then we got like a pick 'em in the main event with Cannonier and Imavov. It's like this Cannonier's 40. Can he still do it? I mean, he looked great in his last outing. No, like it's not like he looked bad in his last performance. He beat the dog shit out of Marvin Vettori, if you don't remember, 5
Facts.
ass whooping. And Imavov came off majority win over Delazzi, but he's the young guard. He's coming up. He's the next UFC push, trying to get into the French. So like, can't ask him anything more than that than like a plus 100, minus 110 pick him to main event a card, and then he got a decent like showing in the co-main event. Main card fills out the prelims. Got a tough fighter on there. It's everything you could ask for.
Yeah, but it's pretty straight. I mean, it's not like we just came off of UFC 302 last week, so
Banger.
it's not like they saved their best for this card type shit. But it was straight. Like, and I feel like these are the cards that usually sleepers to probably get a good some good. And these cards are usually a little earlier in the day, so like there's usually we can go out afterwards to go get drunk and fucked up and shit like that. So there'll be vibes. So which you want to talk first?
We can talk your boy Brad Katana minus 725. I mean, it's only getting bigger. It was like minus 500, then it was 600. Now we're at 725. Taking on Jesse Butler plus 450. Don't get me wrong, like Butler one fight in the UFC against Jim Miller, vet, OG. He gets knocked out. He loses Jim Miller, and now this is his second fight. So I mean, but still, like, do you expect your boy Brad Katana to handle business, or is this something you would stay away from adding to your parlay with the 725 hook on him?
I think me and loyalty and all that good stuff like that. When I like think that a fighter is, I usually run with the guys I know, especially when I've already seen them kind of like bulldoze in the past. But I don't think it matters what the fuck I think. I think the Vegas is telling us the world thinks Brad Katana is going to win ever so slightly. 725 is insane.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's coming off a loss, isn't he?
I
Yeah,
think so.
to Armfield on the Strickland Duplessis card.
Yeah.
I'm sure I wouldn't touch it personally.
The world knows something about Butler that we don't know. Vegas knows something about Butler that we don't know. Maybe he's taking a dive. He's locked in
Yeah,
the mafia, the mob.
families being held hostage or type shit. We don't know
Yeah,
what's going on.
like Brad, there's something that they know that we don't because like Badminton must have beat him like 8 times in the amateurs or
Hey, but
something. Like,
circle it, because I don't. I mean, I don't think Katana's a world beater, and any dog can have their day. So circle it.
yeah, because if this fucks up, because he can't fuck this up, I'll take a Katana for sure. But if he fucks this up, oh, we're gonna have some fun on the podcast next week.
And then, I mean, we got some decent fights. I mean, just shout out Miguel Baiza's on it, Thiago Moses, Bruno Vieira, 11-1. He's trying to climb up the ranks at middleweight. Brazilian's next great thing. But we got to talk Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Ricky Turclos. I mean, Raul, we can't keep harping on what happened in Miami because C-Rod is legit. But, I mean, after that, he goes out there, takes on Trey Mitchell, knocks him out in the first round. That's all you can ask for a response fight after getting your first ever loss, especially at a young age. You don't know how that affects somebody. So it seems like it should be right back to normal business. Minus 235, taking on Ricky Turclos, who is 3-1 in the UFC. A lot of split decision wins, so it cuts it really close. good BJJ, good striker, likes to throw a lot of strikes, active striker, I should say. Should be kind of fun. It's kind of like, Raul's wrestling. Got can the other guy just keep him off him?
Yeah, yeah. I think the coolest thing about Rojas since he got that first L was that it feel like that kind of mold you in a sense, in the way that he doubled back. Because it's not only that he got the first round knockout, he showed that he had some weight on him. He put some muscle on, like he's been really locked in because he didn't like how C-Rod. Because C-Rod beat him for sure, but we can't forget that Raul Rojas definitely won that first round. And like after that, he kind of just got muscled the rest of the fight type shit. So I think he's still refining his technique and he's putting on the weight. He looks like he's becoming a more all around fighter with because he's only getting sub.
He didn't even use a takedown for the knockout against Trey Mitchell. It was so easy.
Yeah, he's getting his striking together. So like, I want to see him go. I want to see him keep completing shit because he could go on like a Max Holloway type run. Because like we was all loving him when he first got out. He got out of here. He showed that they showed a flaw in his armor. Now he got to go back and work on it. And it looks like he's about to go on the run until they find another flaw. Then he needs to go back, work on it, and come back. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna double up. I'm gonna double up with like he's my lock. I know it's 235. It ain't the best thing, but I just think he definitely gets the win here. Um, he he's just a better overall fighter. Like Kev said, he's so young. He could be a Max Holloway where he has a 10-plus-year career type shit. Since he starts so young and he has shown he's getting better. His wrestling is his forte, but he showed the last fight that, hey, I've been working on my striking, and that's all you can ask for young fighters is to improve every fight. The L doesn't matter as long as you improved and know why you took that L. And maybe he has really good coaching around him. He shows he has good work ethic. I think the sky's the limit for him. At first, I didn't like him, and it was the cockiness. Then I think the L did help, and he's kind of like now it's the humbled cockiness. He has to kind of reprove himself. He brought that dog back with him. He's not just cocky now. He's like, all right, now I got to show the world my back's against the wall type of cocky now.
That's Mexican on Mexican discrimination. Next, you're gonna tell me you don't like Brian Ortega because he's not good with the hose.
Hey, no, but in all honesty, he should get the dub here. If anything, I want to see him get another finish because he has to stay exciting. Like just keep pumping out these knockouts. Don't be that wrestler that no one wants to watch because then you're not gonna get the push.
Yeah.
Then with co-main event, bringing back Dominic Reyes plus 190, taking on Dustin Jacoby minus 235. Dominic Reyes hasn't won a fight since 2019, 4-fight L streak. He lost to John Jones 2020, lost to Jan Blachowicz, knocked him out. Lost to Yuri, got knocked out. Got knocked out by Ryan Spann in 2022 in the first round. Here we are, since 2022, this is his first fight back. This is a pretty big layoff. But Dominic Reyes is finally back. And Dustin Jacoby is a solid fighter to go against. He's a striker, right in Dominic Reyes' wheelhouse. So this would be a fun stand and bang kind of fight. He is 2-3 in his last 5. But he went Alonzo Minfield beat him. Khalil Roundtree beat him. He does have a good knockout over Kennedy Nzechukwu, but Kennedy gassed out early. Dustin Jacoby was wobbled. Kennedy was throwing him things, and then he gassed himself out, and then Jacoby caught him whenever he finally got back to unfazed. So should be fun. I don't expect this fight to go far. I think there's a fight that gets finished within the first two, 3. This fight isn't going to the judges.
Yeah, I think that's what this fight was set up for. To be, it's gonna get it finished, and if they don't get it finished, they better get the fuck out of fucking Kentucky immediately.
And don't play safe. As long as they throw them things, I feel like no one's mad.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those fights that usually, if I see either of these dudes' names on any other fight, I'm probably picking the other person. But since they're fighting each other, it's tough. Like that makes this one a tough one. I'm not seeing the whole Dominic Reyes. Yeah, I don't think I could. I think the last time when I watched that 281 card, I fell asleep for most of it. I was in the bed with this girl. But I think that was one of the fights we actually won, and that was one of the fights the girl was like, "Oh my gosh!" So I was like, "Yeah, that's what Ryan Spann does. Niggas like Superman."
Get
So
the S
like
to the chest.
literally, so I was like, "Yeah." So because of that, I'm gonna take Dustin Jacoby on a cipher side slightly. Even though Dustin Jacoby's low-key older than Dominic Reyes, he's 36.
I saw that. I knew you had it in front of you, so I was like, I'm not even gonna ask it, but I was like, if you didn't know, who do you think is the older guy in this fight? Jacoby, who's inactive, or Dominic Reyes,
I
who's
would
the
have thought Dominic Reyes was a fossil kid.
yeah. So goes to show with the ages and always the Terminator and fight years. The Dominic Reyes' chin is toast, but Jacoby, he has a chin because, like I said, Kennedy Ncheku was had him out of there. He was Rock Lee against Gara, still there, like type fucking standing, and then somehow survived. Not only survived the first round, but knocks him out in the first round, gets the dub. Like Dominic Reyes could put him down. If I was telling you
Oh,
that.
that's where I see you. That's funny. I've seen him in Nashville.
Yeah, see, so if I was telling you to take a bet, it's this fight don't go the distance, and I would parlay that with the Raul Rosas, get some good plus money action going. But gun to my head, and I'm making a pick. I gotta go Jacoby here, but I'm not shocked if Dominic Reyes somehow like. I wouldn't be shocked if these two guys is me in the middle, and this first one who catches the other guy in the chin better wins.
Yeah, and I think Dominic Reyes is that 5 times out of 10.
Yeah, more than 5 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Then our main event, if we're talking about pick 'em, talking about 50-50, this is as close as it gets in the fight game. Plus 100, Jared Cannonier taking on Nassourdine Imavov, minus 120. I kind of already broke down where both of these guys are in their career earlier into this episode when I talked the overall card, so I don't need to get into that. I was going to ask you, Kev. Jared Cannonier, the OG, the vet, but still got enough in the tank, taking on Nassourdine Imavov, who is the one of the few Frenchmen right now that is still in good standing with the UFC.
But I mean, if you were to ask me this like right after both of their Sean Strickland fights, I would have took Cannonier. It's not because Cannonier beat Sean Strickland, because I think Sean Strickland did enough to win that fight. But I would have took it because just the performance. Like I would have took no, I'm not lying. I would have took Imavov. Even though Cannonier beat Sean Strickland, I felt like Imavov would have took him to could take him to the water, right? But
Yeah.
this is Cannonier offered a fight against Vittori. And I was like, fuck. He just broke a record in hands. Like, this is what makes this fight genuinely a pick 'em for me, because I want to take Cannonier. Because Cannonier actually is like a low-key dude that wants to have another crack at the title. Even though the title keeps changing hands between the Alexes and the
And he's not
Izzy's.
a pay-per-view type of needle pusher that's going to be skipping no lines.
Mm-hmm. Even though, yeah, so like, yeah, they keep passing over him, even though he's winning. Like, Sean Strickland got the fucking title shot, and Cannonier had beat Sean Strickland.
Yeah. And Sean Strickland had beat an unranked Abus Magomedov who is like 1-2 in the UFC right now.
Mm-hmm. But at that time, they thought he was going to be that shit. They thought
he knocked out his first guy with a toe kick to the fucking mouth to suck my toe, and within like a minute, it was like, all right, yeah, this guy's it.
They thought he was going to beat Sean Strickland and jump to the straight of the line, to the beginning of the line. Like, whoever was going to win out of Izzy and Trickus, that was going to be the dude after that. But it's tough. I kind of want to take Imavov just because he's the bigger dude, 6'3". I think this fight is going to be on the feet. And he's younger, but I don't know. I think Cannonier is really ready to go fuck some shit up.
See, I'm just as split as you because Imavov, Roman Dalazzi looked really good for the first first round and a half. First round for sure, but second he was gassed. He was done. And second and third rounds when Imavov was took off. Cannonier, 5-round fight type of guy. So you can't rely on the gas tank. My only fear would be the speed advantage that Imavov probably will have in this fight. Cannonier has the reach, Imavov is the taller guy, overall bigger guy. So I just the reach might not come into play as many people think it will. I think it might be more even than what people think. And the speed of Imavov might be a problem, but just Cannonier, I just can't count him out because I thought Vittori was gonna just fucking wrestle him, just shoot takedown after takedown. And it's not like Marvin didn't try. It was like Cannonier was so good at distancing himself and teeing off. And every time Marvin did shoot, he got countered with an uppercut or knee or something. And it was like, I don't want to shoot anymore because it hurts. It was like, it's starting to hurt. And he put the fear into that man. And I just don't think like Imavov can wrestle too. Like that's part of his game. That if things aren't working well on the feet, he will rely on the clinch and stuff. And I just don't think it's gonna work against Cannonier. And I gotta go with Cannonier this very slightly. If Cannonier showed any rust in his last fight, I would have definitely been like, yeah, Imavov. This guy's 40 years old. It's it's time's changing. But the ass whooping he gave on Marvin Vettori, in effect, it wasn't. It's almost a year ago, but for Cannonier, that's normal. Like he doesn't fight like 3 times a year. It's just like okay, like that's just what I expect.
Nah, dead ass. Yeah, I agree. I want to take the bigger, younger guy, but like I might have to just take Cannonier just because he's showing that he just has some fight in him, so much fire in there. There's so much flair that age is just nothing but a number right now. And even his fight against Izzy, I think Izzy just had a strategy to just make him to just neutralize what everything he was good at. But there was no
I don't
point
know.
in time Izzy really looked like he was fucking him up though. So like it was one of those fights. So I gotta take Cannonier because I do think he's a top 5 fighter in this division, and I don't think Imavov is there. And Imavov's a bigger guy, but Cannonier has more reach.
Yeah, but whenever you're throwing your shots up versus down, that's why I feel like the reach is not. I feel like it's gonna be it's super even when the fight actually happens.
Hell yeah, I could agree with that.
But it's gonna be a good ass card overall. Like I think this fight and this co-main event definitely have the makings of like fight of the night potential. Um, should be a good one. Louisville got a decent little card. We'll see how the Kentucky crowd reacts because I mean every new city, not new, but every city that UFC's been touching down in lately keeps like up in the ante on like, yeah, we got to bring UFC back to this city. So hopefully the Kentucky crowd keeps that same energy rolling, which I honestly, Kentucky seems like a UFC type of state, if you ask me.
I can see. I mean, they play a lot of basketball in Kentucky, but I could see Kentucky being like a blue collar town, especially Louisville, being like a blue collar town where like everybody comes ready, pumped up, and they don't go there all the time, so they could really make this a big deal.
And I think they got a baseball team, but they don't got a football team.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
play
got
college basketball.
they go back college basketball. So like, this is a big event for like sports for them. Like this is a big deal.
Yeah, we can see. I don't know anything about Kentucky sports. That's something we might have to do some research on.
But appreciate everyone watching. Again, like and subscribe. It goes a long way. Comment your picks and your bets. We appreciate everyone watching. I'm Paul. Pick 'em, win 'em. Oh, before we go, gotta throw it up to my boy Kev.
You think niggas gonna pull up on horses because it's the Kentucky Derby and shit?
Potentially, I wouldn't be shocked. Some crossplay going on. I will say, everything going on with the Conor McGregor Michael Chandler fights, the zero dark 30. They just better hope this fucking card bangs. It keeps everyone
Facts.
happy and settled for a
Facts.
weekend.
Facts. Keep everybody calm the fuck down while they figure that shit out.
Yeah, I could ease the fucking water. Right, the dam can only hold so much. But we gotta head out of here before this boy hops in. As always, we appreciate you boys. We and go like and subscribe.